Welcome, my dear viewers, to the Canister Amulet stream. We had a little bit of a break from those, frankly. Probably just one or two throughout January and February, but now it's March and we're kicking it off with a showcase challenge stream. I'm playing Rumble ×4 for so-called science. Feels like the meta is pretty fast. Bunch of storm, a bunch of combo. In a way, it makes sense to try to rumble them, especially because rumble will also help me find my sideboard card Trinisphere, which seems like a great way to approach Neoform, Storm, Prowess, and probably some other combo decks I'm not thinking about right now. I've been dying a bunch to Prowess in a combo deck way where they just cast a bunch of pump spells and kill me in one turn, and I think like that should be a decent approach to Trini them. I guess if I was going to get opening hands like this, I maybe should have stayed out of it anyway, so. Maybe keep, put back Vesuva or Titan. I think Vesuva. Gonna lead on Saga and play turn 2 Rumble. I'll need to find something with the Rumble for a turn 3 Titan, hopefully. It's gonna come. You forgot this was a selection deck? What do you mean selection deck? Whoa, Underground Mortuary into Forest? That's crazy. I guess against the top land I could just play a second Saga. Maybe that's better than Rumbling, seems better than Rumbling. Oh yeah, card selecting with Rumble. There's no GSZs, no stock ups in the deck for the Rumble to just hit every single time, chat, so it's good. Although, anyone in the chat playing in the Showcase Challenge? Anyone actually joined? Let's card select. Seems like Arboreal Grazer is the choice. Don't really quite need it, but it's better than every other choice. Next turn we win. If they would they be here? Perhaps. Don't you watch Twitch in the background? Godpharaoh's Gift. Okay. Classic modern matchup of Godpharaoh's Gift. No, Ardosik, jest to rozczarowujące, nie? Jak ten showcase się odpalił beze mnie i mówię, co jest, kurwa, baja mam w pierwszej? Nie, nie mam baja. Sraja. Po prostu przykre. Przykra sprawa. Oj, karamba. Do we think my opponent could have any interaction? Maybe. But probably not. It's a Godpharaoh's Gift deck. I don't know what that implies fully. What are the exact implications of that? No showcase, read the title to find out and understand what has happened here. What has transpired. Well, yeah, I'm really bummed about this. What is that going to be? Bitter Triumph. Alright, opponent, you stopped me. I could have played in a way where I wouldn't be weak to creature removal. Just search for Analyst, bring back the lands. But we can do that next turn, that's gonna be fine as well. That is because I have very little respect to my opponent's deck and I deem it absolutely unthreatening. Maybe I'm wrong. The Rumbling after all. Wow, Pathrazer of Ulamog. Niezły Big Shore, kurwa. They chose Wooded Foothills. Bind, Pathrazer of Ulamog. Does Godpharaoh's Gift haste a creature? It does. Damn, that's OP. Makes sense that they play an Annihilator monster. I guess Pathrazer of Ulamog is the biggest Annihilator monster to play that is not legendary, that is not an Eldrazi Titan that just cannot be milled over. Palantir of Orthanc, you can draw, that's fine. Will I Heart's Lessons with Cool but Rude? Maybe I'll try it. The card seems pretty obviously bad to me, but I guess I will try it. It does run into more of the like angles of attack that the deck is already weak to. Breaker of Creation seems like a better Eldrazi. Breaker of Creation? Annihilator 2. Well, Annihilator 2 is weaker than Annihilator 3. As simple as that. But I guess I should try Cool Bad Rude, yeah. Makes sense to at least see if it's any good. I'm kind of worried that the Crocodilo will just be better than... will just trump Lessons Giga Hard. That card seems kind of nightmarish. Maybe it's fine because it's a 4-drop and you can counter it. But if it ever resolves, kind of no winning against that. Your vintage opponent just went turn 1 commandeer your ring, turn 2 commandeer your Karn. That's fucked up. Hexproof is OP. Yeah, exactly why the Cocodrilo is gonna be OP. Do I still play vintage? A little bit. Very little, frankly. Ever since... like, it's been downhill ever since I started playing vintage. Because when I was just beginning, Shops was actually the best deck, I think. And it's been downhill from there. The cards they print, they just make blue better, and the Lurus, all of that, it just makes blue, the blue hegemony even harder in the format, and that kind of makes me enjoy it less. Although I did enjoy the my stream we did a while ago. Raker Shops is pretty good. It's pretty good, but I feel like it's always just weaker than blue, realistically. And Shops especially, not Shops, Bazaar especially just sucks now. Just not playable, I think. Bombardiro Crocodilo. It's scary, yeah. Sometimes you will get to watch your opponent slowly play with Amulet triggers in Arena. Hopefully. So I liked Vintage more when I felt like I could play Bazaar. And nowadays I just kinda don't. The blue decks are just tiny bit better, they have better card advantage, and they just all play Wasteland as well, and then Wasteland was the secret tech that decks pretended they can't play earlier. So like you had some game because they just couldn't kill your Bazaar. Do vintage players like Lurus being legal? Think so. On principle, they like things being legal. You would have to ask Mr. I'm actually level 1 for his professional opinion on liking Lurus or not. You would probably say, yeah, I like it. It's actually kind of weak and you can metagame to beat it or something like that, but in my head, it's not really like that. Was Rumble good for me this game? Sort of. Didn't really matter. It was all the same. Would have worked just fine. Whoa, we have defeated the God Pharaoh's Gift combo deck in game 1. Seems like Boseiju is excellent. Maybe I should borrow downs as well. Sure, seems low. Impact. To bring, and that's just it. Force of Vigor feels like too much. When is Teenage Mutant Turtles on Magic Online and on Arena? Tuesday? I guess Tuesday evening or Wednesday I learned that my beloved Lessons deck cannot beat any green deck ever again because the Crocodilo is too strong and I shouldn't be playing it. But instead play another deck, which I think is concerning. There it is. Leatherhead Swamp Stalker. 5/4 trample sexproof. Deals combat damage, remove a counter. Let's keep. Nowe okno na modo i maintenance error. No chyba nie mam. No otwórzmy. No niby mam. Interesting. Whoa, Pathrazer already in the GY. Maybe they play Persist as well. I could see that making sense. Don't need the Saga crack, I will just play it on turn 3, turn 2, then play Spelunking. How do they put counters on the Crocodilo? Yeah, with Earthbender Ascension. It also just has a counter to begin with, so the first hit, yeah, you can spend Hexproof, kill a thing, and then, yeah, you will have to live without your Crocodilo having Hexproof anymore, but it's still kinda strong, you still kinda got fucked, I feel. Billy. Yeah, maybe Cringe Billy. Cringe Billy, yeah, maybe. It's a bit weak, but I like the combo. Dumping Sphere plus Eugen's Labyrinth. Solid. Turn Snakeskin into a disenchant. Whoa. By Godpharaoh gift, I mean the literal Godpharaoh gift. They have milled milled it over. Game 1, they had it in their graveyards. Sort of a land put it in there. Seems like they just play Godpharaoh's gift in order to have Eugen's Labyrinth and enough ways to turn it on. Ulamog the Defiler makes sense. That's a pretty good one to GPG back. Guess I am short on colored mana. I think we can fix that though. It's a lot of resources to do that, so maybe let's not. Actually, let's wait. I could get Lotus Field and then play Lotus Grazer this as a Lotus Field. That seems a bit bad though. I have to sacrifice all my lands. Play Titan and they have... They had Bitter Triumph in their deck, so if I do that and they actually kill my Titan, I have done that all for nothing, so we can chill. So maybe it's a Coward's move, but I also think it's giga reasonable. We are Jeffrey Epstein, official audio. Sounds good. How does one fail to join the showcase? Someone enters the showcase, thinks, I'll switch a card in my deck. And then exits and doesn't re-enter. It's truly sad. I do blame it on the fact that there is a, let's say, a bug or a feature of Magic Online where if you edit a deck, so if you are editing a deck and enrolled into a tournament with a previous version of that deck, and you edit it, and then you exit the tournament and re-enter with the same deck, which in your collection tab is now edited, it actually doesn't load the new version for you. You're actually stuck with the old version that you've been previously enrolled with, until you go into the deck lists tab. Well, not the tab, but you have to basically resubmit the same deck, but you also have to submit a different deck first and then resubmit the... Oh wow, Urza Scape, holy shit. Kinda got me. Extraction on Titan. Sure. Well, it's not a new feature, it's been like this for years. And it actually kinda gets you sometimes. So that's why I didn't just re-enter, and since I didn't re-enter, I actually forgot to rejoin, and then the tournament started and I was out of it. Am I excited for the upcoming Modern RCQ season? I would be more excited if I actually got to play the Modern tournament today I wanted to play. So that kinda tempered my excitement a lot, sadly. But besides that, yeah, sure, I am quite excited. Sounds fun. You will receive a RC qualification via Paprikash anyway, in Sealed or whatever. Probably in Modern. Or maybe in Sealed. So the current season is going to be for the fall RC season, right? Because we currently are in the season that qualifies for Prague. And Prague adjacent. But yeah, Paprikash, of course, a proven way to get there. You definitely got it right. Send nutritious. Yeah, till mid-April and standard. So this is what is happening right now. The season that's happening right now. Well, if you go to Paprikash and you do well, I will not do well, right? It's a zero-sum game, so I would rather you don't come. There's no space for all of us to succeed. Hi, don't restart MTGO. It says it's offline right now. Is it just kinda broken for everyone? Is the showcase gonna be cancelled? Maybe it's gonna be postponed. That would be awesome. Unless it's for the next week. Are other streamers actually able to play? Ginger? Yellow Hat? He's in. You were playing 5 minutes ago in the showcase? We drew Scapeshift, so I can just win. That's kinda boring though. In a league, okay. I mean, I'm playing right now, so you know. Or rather, you don't know. Do not sack Tolaria West. This Godpharaoh's deck is worse than the standard meta. It's definitely doesn't seem great, yeah. Pretty bad performance on my opponent's end. Yeah, Zerk was having the same problem, and it seemed like when we open a new window, it also says that it's on scheduled maintenance, so... Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Twitch chat. Blessing in disguise. We won the match. Alright, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Modern is giga dead. You can't really play Modern in Poznan. So I don't, so I guess I just kinda don't go out and don't play. No land mechanic, so it must be goated. The runes is the name of the resource. Great hand, by the way. Popper and Poznan stay strong, that's true. But I don't like Popper, so I don't want to play it, so... That puts me in a tough spot. Last week at the first EU Riftbound GP in Bologna, a bunch of Magic pros were there as well. Do people play Riftbound because it's a good game or just for the absurd money on the line? Yeah, we should find out. Who knows? Yetmir's Garden. What is that? Rhinos? 4-color Omnath? Zoo? I don't have a Fallen Scapeshift next turn unless I find a land, but I guess I'll grab a Titan. Seems better. Can play Titan anyways, and it seems fine. At this week's TMNT pre-release, a combined total of 3 players attended. Awesome. I do wonder because people's like to say that like it's the people who enjoy those crossovers actually exist, but do they? Is there really a single person who cares for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 2026? Enough to like be interested in random crossovers of with different things. Store Locator has like 5 places running Riftbound in Poznan. Yeah, there's plenty. Cool Jag opponent. Mostly wonder if they're up to play a sealed event. Or better playing precons. I guess that makes sense, but I think that person just doesn't exist. It's just giga theoretical, and maybe I'm wrong, and I just can't see that because I'm so in all of that. I'll bring in 2 6s and submit. I don't know what my opponent is playing. Great hand. Well, maybe not great, but it's a hand. This hand is great. Poland Mirror. Oj, Polska do boju. Combo deck. Ooh la la. Wow, wow, wow. Sounds nice. Hopefully my opponent doesn't Blood Moon me. Maro has also said that only 10% of players actually play an actual format, so it's got to be all casuals who don't go to events. Yeah, I know that he keeps saying that, and I just wouldn't know because those people might as well don't not exist for me. Fable. Maybe this is creativity. I've left one Lotus Field in play. Like I have Delirium. I hate casuals. People should try hard more. Builds character. And casualness should be frowned upon and gatekept more often. Try hard, which is funny because I don't have to try hard at all. Yeah, exactly. Whoa, this league has been exciting so far. We played against two. Might as well be bots. And we goldfish our Amulet deck against them. Which was nice. Whoa, Rumble was so good. Yes. Spelunking, Scapeshift, sure. Guide of Souls. Can we draw something? I mean, I can play the Analyst as a blocker, it's not nothing. I have two Analysts in this deck list. Whoa. Comlin Bombardment. Saint Nutritious, round 1, opponent actually played... Should play that Vestige, whatever. Round 1 it was different. Round 1, opponent actually played Underground Mortuary on turn 1. Hopefully I don't get mooned, because playing out the Boseiju is really bad, frankly. Then I can just kind of lose for free. I mean, Goblin Bombardment, turn 2, turn 3 Ajani. That kind of kills you in, what, 2 turns? Three turns? Well, you make more plays on the next turn, like at second Ajani. But true, it is not the most powerful hand I've ever seen out of energy. White. Trap and Charm on my Spelunking. Let's fucking go. Maybe they'll exile my Aftermath Analyst and Shifting Woodland. That would be annoying. No, okay. Holy shit, I wish I could play my opponent in the Showcase Challenge. Feels like a missed opportunity. So I have the second analyst, so we can just do the normal thing. I mean, Pioneer Leagues were never really all that popular. So they were just giga tryhard plays. Maybe not, actually. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, Imadeas, I did not join the showcase and I did not get kicked out. Simple as that. Should I have Force of Vigor against Boros or just for Boseiju? For Boseiju and for Forest sounds good. But yeah, it seems like there is some kind of a bug, blackout issues with logging in. And I meant to join, I failed to join. Did not kick me out yet. I'm able to play league matches, but I don't know exactly what happened, broski. I just know you can't be in. Would I mind to update the decklist command? Did I not? Go ahead. Enjoy. Ooh, planes. Ooh, that's like the best draw. I think I should put Mirrorpool into play. Next turn, Saga, Spelunking, Gruul Turf, pick up Boseiju, hold Boseiju for Moon. Turn after, win. I guess I could get hit by Werther on Saga. Could, but will I? Whoa. I'll just hold up Boseiju, that seems safer. If they play Moon, I can still sweep their guides. If they pump the guides, I can just win with Scapeshift. If they play Charmo, that would be bad for me. Hopefully that's not gonna happen. Today we got very clean Scapeshift wins. Yeah, just like 1, 2, 3 play cards win. I feel like last time when I played Amulet, it was just like all a struggle, and I could never put a good hand for if my life depended on it together, and I just lost. To be fair, I am playing with Rumbles today. Although, like, I'm assembling those hands without casting the Rumble. Frankly, the Rumble is whatever. Wrath of the Skies. I'm gonna kill my Saga. Sure. This is nice because now I can still be pretty chill. Probably gonna hold the Vengeance. Although let me make sure I don't actually have a win in this spot. So if I go Scapeshift for bounce, not bounce, Vestige, bounce, Grazer, I go to 6 mana, Grazer, I go to 7, I Scapeshift. That's a win, right? Going to MTGO.com, you are getting a phishing warning. Whoa. So I Scapeshift, 6 mana, Grazer, 7 mana, Scapeshift, free floating. T-West, bounce land. Yeah, that's a win. Too bad opponent, actually. I mean, well, it's mostly a win, yeah. Yeah, it's a win. Barring like Gigam unlucky milling, which like is always the case. Five, 8, 9, yes. Everything is correct. I transmute. I Summer's Pact. I Aftermath Analyst. I mill 2 Titans, that's so sad. We won the match. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Can I be stopped? Guess I'll keep. Last time we did 31 runs, 63.27% win rate, 11 total boxes. Last time I got a lot of two wins. That's like the worst thing to do. That's the worst win distribution. Because you don't get any games back and you just wasted time. Are your boxes on the way? Oh, for sure, I'm hoping so. Is it truly a casino when you're winning is a sure thing? Well put. Gonna go Crumbling Vestige and spend my only green. Hopefully I draw more green at some point. Or any lands for Urza's Cave to grab me a bounce land when I have two amulets. Still I gamble on whether what you see sends the boxes. Yeah, it's not a guarantee. Whoa, one land there. Should I make a robot? Think so. So that a removal spell is just weaker for my opponent. If I draw a bounce land, I'm fine anyways. If I draw a Crumbling Vestige, I'm fine. If I draw a regular land, then I'm also regular tap land, I'm also fine. If I draw a regular untapped land, then too bad. I guess I will take another. I will like make another robot. How many Boros bros can we find in a modern league? Many. Too many, maybe. I'll block the Ragavan. What win rate we need to bankrupt the arena casino? No, you can't do that. The casino always wins. I think you need... I'm not sure what win rate do you need to profit. That's good enough. Get Lotus Field or Bounce Land. It's the same. Casino never wins, so you don't try to beat the casino. You try to win at the casino. You have to be humble about it. Otherwise, the casino will spit you out and chew you over. Any plans to Summer Bloom in the Friendly League? Probably not today. Not today for sure, but yeah, we can do that. I feel like Amulet shouldn't be good at all in the no ban list modern. Thinks the decks should be just too absurd, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's fine. It's just Mr. Beast. KCI for good old sake. Also, I don't know how to build a no ban list Amulet deck. I think Once Upon actually sucks. Not really into that. The Amulet player calling other decks too absurd. God, Amulet is just a chill deck trying its hardest in a hostile meta. Like, it's so hard sometimes to win with Amulet, and you all keep acting like it's some kind of a giga godly best deck ever, and I don't get you. Is this the so-called Amulet? Yeah. Right now we're so-called amuleting. The Nadu deck I played seemed kinda absurd, even though I was playing Gene Pollinators. It was still insane. How is Amulet supposed to wrangle with Gene Pollinator? Also, chat, I wonder if green is my favorite color in MTG. What do you think? Discuss. Is green my favorite color? If not green, then what it is? Because I like green Amulet, that's fun, but also Landfall, that's kind of fun, but it's like a way different deck. Llanowar Elves into Ronas, that was a mono green deck. It was also way different and not my style at all. At least definitively your most played color. In standard, I guess KCI was green, right? Ancient Steerings, Grove of the Burn Willows. Lantern was green. Fair, fair. Phoenix is blue, yeah. You feel like you can never win without drawing cards, so I expect blue. It's probably it, frankly. I mean, like in limited, or that I'm limited by that thought? Or that in format of limited I need to play blue because I need to draw cards? You can answer Moon. Maybe Descent is okay. It's a bit bad. It's really bad, actually, but it's maybe fine. Mono Green Devotion, very green. I like that deck. To an extent, but I also felt like I can't win with it at some point, after a certain point, and it felt like it gives me no moves. At the same time, there was that Bobby Fortinelli guy. He recorded hours of YouTube videos of explaining how to beat interaction with that deck, and that he was playing control role against blue-white control, and he was winning that matchup every single time that way. That was like above the level I could have mastered. Could draw a Pyroclasm. Or just wait because my opponent is stuck on one land, so I might just win anyways. If I play the Gruul Turf, then I have 3 mana. Next turn I play Lotus Field and I return at least those 2 lands. Could also Boseiju my opponent's land to return more lands with the Analyst, so I just only have to mill 1 to play the Colossus, to ramp to Colossus with an Analyst. Assuming my opponent misses a land drop again. Taking the control role against blue-white control is a Giga Chad move. It is. It truly is, yeah. I don't remember how he exactly was planning on doing that. I think he was just saying to never attack with Old Growth Troll. Never ever attack with Old Growth Troll into Wandering Emperor. Or maybe just not at all, fully. Because that made it so that your opponent couldn't tap out. And it's just kind of like eventually died, but I'm not sure how they died when you never attacked them, but I guess there was some step in between there. But the blue-white control deck really didn't have a great answer to Old Growth Troll except for exiling it with Wandering Emperor, so if you didn't actually get it exiled, then you were fine on card advantage. They have Wear and they wear my Amulet, that's gonna be sad, but I want the Boseiju in my graveyard. Maybe it's stupid. But I don't need to answer it if it doesn't attack. No, eventually. So there's a danger that eventually it's gonna attack, so you have to still, like, answer it. It's a bit silly, I know, but that's how it is. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć, sześć, siedem. I guess I'm alive, technically. Yeah, plus 3 devotion, so just leverage the mana advantage. Insane draw. My deck is called Amulet. I drew an Amulet. Feels pretty sane to me, frankly. And you eventually could win with the Planeswalkers. I died to Bombardment. My hooey. Well, if you name your deck Perseus, you draw kitchen things. Those are the rules. I kept a shit hand and I lost. Curious, right? Curious how it is sometimes. Hand is nice. We get hit by Ragavan. I don't have a red source. I can decoying deeps for Arid Mesa for a commercial district because I don't run it right now. Truly sad. But I guess if my opponent moons me, it's actually pretty good for me. I hope they do moon me. It's really good for me, actually. Why doesn't some enterprising nerd make the Twitch MTGO add-on that we have on Arena? I know, it's truly fucked up. My land died. Don't know if I like that. What if I play Forest and don't play Vengeance now? Niech tak będzie. Seems hard for my opponent to pump with Guide of Souls this turn. Hello, Justikar. Welcome to the Cani stream. Werther would be brutal. Forest is gone. Sad. Hope they moon me. Dumpling, okay. Awkward. Now if I get mooned, then that's sad. Search for Sacred Foundry. Untapped. Am I supposed to be afraid of another Probing Charm?
He's a phenomenal control player.
Amulet of Humiliation.
Can beat a Thraben Charm by... I mean, they did search for an untapped Sacred Foundry, so it's a pretty big tell that something is going on in my opponent's hand. Play Voice of Victory. Oh. Mitchell Socks, thank you very much for your Prime sub. Yo, buddy. Hello. We beat Thraben Charm with Mr. Beast. Speaking of Mr. Beast, Chad, I actually applied to Beast Games Season 3, which is kind of a crazy thing to do, frankly. I did that a week ago, but I heard not from them back, so maybe I wasn't too excited and my PogChamp wasn't huge enough. You thought that's for Americans? The third season seems to have a theme of countries and nationalities battling it out to determine which one is the best. So the forum had questions like, what makes you like the best representative of Poland or of your country? So it was worldwide. Did season 2 have actual games? No, it was the same like games, which were mostly just came down to coin flips and or were just like kind of bullshit, or players just refused to participate. Then he had to like eliminate people randomly, basically. It's pretty funny as like it clearly was untested. So you said you were the most powerful wizard in Poland, right? Oh yeah, I did. I did tell Mr. Beast that I had my attempt at a big prize years ago against Menguchi and I lost. Ever since then, the hunger to compete is giant in me. We'll see if that convinces him. What makes you the best representative? I kind of struggled with that question, so I just said like I am very good at Magic and a fierce competitor.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Nice.
Hello, fully fried Chochi Adam. Long time no see, I guess. Long time no chill in the Twitch chat. You have to work a real job now. That's fucked up. If I had to work a real job instead of just playing Magic the Gathering, I don't know what I would do. But ooh, would be rough. Whoa, this league was quite easy so far, although the last opponent put up some resistance. Mulligan. And it just kind of felt unfair. Well, it was unfair because it was hard for me. There's also a bunch of other bosses I didn't actually fully finish, and Hollow Knight, the regular Hollow Knight. So in Silksong I did literally everything, but in Hollow Knight, I skipped... Let's save Saga, we don't need it to pop. Could actually use it in play. I actually skipped all the God Home extra bosses stuff, and I skipped all of the circus guy stuff. Grim of the Lost Troop. And I only fought through like the first 1 or 2 forms of the gay Prince Zote. Liquid metal coating. Can I draw a bounce land? Almost. Niedobrze. There are other Metroidvanias that you enjoy roughly the same. You could recommend those, then I would play, probably. 7 mana? Whoa. I guess they can still cast a coating, sure. Whoa, they didn't kill my Spelunking? I guess makes sense. No, it doesn't. You should kill the Spelunking. Oh, you still do. Okay, whatever. Fuck me then. Stupid Astron deck. Animal Well. Oh, I've heard of that. Well. Ori. Whoa, that's a great draw. Do I just win? I did not like Ori. Wasn't quite for me, I felt. Played a little bit of it. Only. I guess I don't win. I only have 1 land. I'm a tiny bit short of winning. What if I Lotus Field? Scapeshift. Bounce land. 3 mana. 4 mana. 5 mana. No. Pact Analyst Scape for the win. I mean, I'm willing to follow the steps, but I'm not seeing that. Yeah, the Boseiju is an artifact. So I actually needed a bounce land. Even then I don't have enough green, so... Well, it's the Karn. Karn turns off the artifact land Boseiju, so I can tap it for mana. Losing game 1 against Throne is cringe, but sometimes life is cringe, so we're going to submit and reroll with just another Boseiju in the deck. That's all we need. Since this is a Tron deck, I should mulligan to a hand that does something, instead of hands like this, which make you question the viability of Amulet as an archetype. This is a solid 5. What should I do though? I probably don't need 2 Gruul Turfs. Could go Saga into Saga, turn 4, win. Turn 4 is okay, probably. Could put back the second Saga and then Rumble on turn 2. My Scapeshift is gonna be really bad though, with Rumble here. The non-boy is real. What if I go Forest? Rumble, Saga Rumble. Seems bad. What if I put back Forest and go Saga, Saga, and then I'll Rumble? Dobra. It's a bit awkward because the payoff I want in a double Saga hand is not Scapeshift, but this is where Malevolent Rumble will come in and find me a Primeval Titan. Oh no, they will have turn 3 Tron. Or not. I'll go with the Saga's plan. Can Boseiju villain if they try to assemble Tron. Whoa, 2 Scapeshifts. This is really the best way. I'm not sure if it is. Or we might be cutting them off of Tron for multiple turns. Whoa, the Mind Stone is basically like Tron. My hooey. Can't even play the Titan. A milled Shifting Woodland T West. This is rough. 6 mana. Yeah, card select my ass. Oh, I'm hacking selecting. Too much tension with this music, it stands. Jo, Gruul Turf, kurwa. No nie, no this is tragic. Ja pierdykam. Guess keeping 2 Sagas maybe was a crazy idea, you could argue though. 7 mana, hopefully it's Eugene. 10 mana. Wow. No jeszcze tutaj dla czyszczenia, nie? What a match that was to finish this beautiful league. Kaniki, can you explain the genius required to not join a showcase you know is going to get cancelled? It's crazy, I know.